A group that helps people in need stay in their homes and their communities will hold a fundraiser on March 13th. To tell us about the comedy night for Rebuilding Together Boston is our guest, the chair of the board, Janice Walker. Thank you very much for being with us, Janice.
Thank you so much for having me here.
This is a little bit like This Old House in a way, but it's also quite different. So explain how this all works.
Sure. We are Rebuilding Together Boston. We've been in the Boston community for about 23 years. We're in our second decade. We bring together skilled tradespeople, funding sponsors, and volunteers to help low-income families, veterans, those with disabilities, the elderly, and we try to make critical home renovations for those families in need. Many families cannot afford to keep upkeep on their home when they're homeowners because they're paying for medical bills or other things that are keeping them from their home.
This is a program that is also very tightly focused on neighborhoods in Boston, too, right?
Correct. We accept applications from low-income families only in the city of Boston. So Mattapan, Dorchester, Roxbury, any of the local communities, the South End, are eligible to apply, as well as nonprofit centers.
Well, there's so much need out there, especially when it concerns housing. So how do you decide which is the most urgent case that fits this program?
Well, again, what we try to do is match up the needs of the low-income homeowner and the work scopes and what we can do to provide and help them. For example, a family may be in need of grab bars or repairing stairs. Roofs are quite expensive. If we can get the funding for that, we would be able to help. But really, it's about making sure those families can stay in those homes safely.
Of course, talk about what it's like when you go to work in a home, because this is where it's different from This Old House. It's almost more like a barn raising.
Well, we believe, and we're very passionate about helping and serving those families. One of the recent homes that I helped on in Mattapan last year, the family had her sons, she just was unable to continue to make the repairs. So bringing the volunteers together and that spirit and energy where we cleaned gutters and rebuilt a porch and really made a difference for that. Cleaned out her entire basement. And she was at a point in her life where she just couldn't make the repairs on her own, and she needed our help. And that's what
well, if you have people who can't do that on their own, and even help from the family isn't enough, talk about the difference between being able to be helped out by your program and not getting that help at all.
Well, the difference is, again, we help people remain in their homes. In some cases, you know, we, again, have to fund, and we need sponsors, we need volunteers, we need skilled tradespeople to help us and support us, but we're making the difference to keep those families in their home.
And imagine looking for another place would be extremely disruptive, extremely difficult.
Exactly, exactly. It would mean either moving. In some cases, it's foreclosure if they can't keep the homes in good shape. So we help to protect them. We help prevent that next step.
No, you're getting resources from many different places, including the fundraiser. But there's a lot of volunteerism, donations going on. Why do these people pitch in like that?
Well, people pitch in because they believe they want to help in the community. We believe in neighborhood stabilization as well. We want to preserve that affordable housing and keep those homeowners in their home. So I think everyone feels as though they're part of the community. They're making a difference. I also think when you give something back, you always feel better. And we are at rtboston.org, and anyone that wants more information on how to volunteer, to donate, or even a low-income homeowner who's interested in applying can get information there.
And I guess short of applying, if you know about someone in the neighborhood, they should get in touch this way as well?
Absolutely. You can send an email, contact us through our website.
Well, tell us about the event that's coming up on the 13th.
We're really excited about this. So on Thursday, March 13th, we're at Nick's Comedy Stop, and we're having an evening of charity, cocktails, and comedy. We're thrilled that Mike Wancom from Channel 5 will be co-anchoring the evening, hosting the evening, but also we have comedians including Tony V, Harrison Stebbins, Paul Keenan, just top-notch comedians coming out. Tickets are only $30, and again, if you go to our website, rtboston.org, you can get more information about it.
Well, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you so much for talking about Rebuilding Together Boston.
Thank you very much. Janice Walker from Rebuilding Together Boston.